Hello, everyone. Um, we have production value. I made a special background, an actual thumbnail, got my suit, did some research. I want to thank all the comments of the last one. They convinced me to continue this series. Um, I now know the hierarchy they're going for. A few things I do want to clarify. Yes, I know the show is satire. No, the show does not offend me. I am simply doing this because I got questions for it, because a lot of children from my group watch the show, and their parents don't let them watch the show, and they want to know if it's truly bad, which you know it is. Like, not bad like it's bad show. It's bad in like a 13-year-old shouldn't watch it. Now, when I was 14 or 13, I probably would have watched it too. But yeah, I am here to describe, since I go through Sunday school and run that, I'm going to describe the references and other things that have to do with the Bible, what they do and don't get right. And I know it's supposed to be like their own universe, but I also got some comments on the hierarchy that they're went for. People say that Has Been Hotel will probably be more interesting to do. I will look into that after I do Helluva Boss. I think it would be pretty interesting. I wouldn't be opposed to it. And yeah, so let's go ahead and see what's going on here. I'm gonna skip past the songs, so they're not immediately taken down. Okay. Reading, have fun. Sure, it's supposed to be not seeing anything. We all know cheating's bad. And what I'm gonna say is it does lead to a lot of, especially if you have like a family, it does lead to a lot of bad times. There's a lot of kids in my group that have a form of PTSD because of this. It's not just because of it hurts you or your family member. It hurts the kids. Okay. 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 All right. So suicide, sin. Um, Cheating's bad, obviously. I was told in a comment that if a sinner dies in this world, they go to Pride, the circle Pride. So this show follows Dante Alighieri's Divine Comedy, where each ring of hell is followed one of them, and the sinners are in Pride, which makes sense. Vanity, being Lucifer's domain. But what I am gonna say is, where is Imp City that they're in now. If the sinners, can go here. Are they in the Ring of Pride right now? If, they're doing the contracts with the imps? Okay. Lord's name in vain. I guess they're demons, but still not good. BNN instead of CNN, and I'm see that they. Okay. No one would see her as a hero. Once again, satire, obviously. Second, no. Priest would not do this. First, it would be a condemnation. She was cheating on both her husband and with another man who is also a husband. And they have kids. She would have to go through forgiveness. And wouldn't be excommunicated because she would, but she would be like on probation, especially because this is the Catholic Church. Okay, so I was brought into this. Hellhounds are below imps, so she's not referring to her as Luna. She's referring to her as a hellhound because hellhounds are like the trash of the world for hell. In a comment, they were described as hellborns and are not immortal that live down there. And I guess I could see where they're coming from. Is it accurate? Not directly. Imps and succubuses do exist. In how they are, they're usually fallen angels. Are described as like half-breeds if they're not like with humans. But hellhounds are completely different, and they would be more like they're described as like guardians of hell to make sure sinners don't escape, or not really like the vicious type, but I get what they're going for. Again, I do understand it. Okay. See, if they're demons, this wouldn't happen. Once again, they're having morals, and she would be more accurate to what's going on. But him having morals, as far as I know, it's not described as a demon having morals, other than Satan or Lucifer having some sort of morals, although they abide by their own rules of judgment, which apparently we wouldn't get into that when I do Has-Been Hotel. I was told that their depiction of that is very unique, and I'm going to just have a lot more to say on that show than this one. Um, so I will get to that eventually. I will, I promise. That's pretty funny. Wait, 6. $46. Hold on, one. Okay, I don't. I thought that would be a reference to something.
But guilty and innocent aren't our business, Moms. Killing who we're paid to is our business. She's the target.
48.
Just think it's a bit excessive. We could be a bit more selective, is all.
Our newest client. Damn it, Moxie, I just bought those heels. Bye, and don't worry, we'll get that skank in less than 24 hours or your first kill is free.
When did we start implementing that deal?
When you set fire to my office in front of a client, you fucking dipshit! Now someone please tell me that fan...
Also, this is the symbol of heartlessness. Thought that would be pretty interesting. Usually, I'm sure he made it. She made it up because I was told this was made by a woman. This symbol is like a. It symbolizes like self-destruction, like someone who gets into situations where they cannot. How do you describe it? They've received love, but like won't accept it, basically. Which I don't know what has to do with him, but if he has no empathy or like sympathy for the people he's going after, I do think that's pretty clever. It's a clever nod.
The book is still intact.
You mean our only ticket to the other side? Yeah.
Okay, Grimoire was told about this in a comment. Goat, world. Goat reference. Tell come to IMP. Okay, make sure you put this sign on. Also payment a couple of weeks because it comes in the mail, speech to text blitzo. Funny, but yeah, Grimoire is a book used by demonologists, witches, or pagans that does some form of witchcraft or wizardry. Usually causes like put demons in someone, forms of magic, blood sacrifices and stuff like that are usually used with grimoires, old texts. But yeah, I purpose going to the human world, I understand. Moon references the cosmos. So this came from the bird from the first pilot, which was the Aris Gotia, which were, in fact, I had to look it up after, demons that are bound to the stars. And they predict the future. So I was pretty close. But yeah, this makes sense.
And that's why you're my favorite, Mooney. You get a tweet now.
Stop that. You're so gross.
Aw, stop it. I got enough of that from my therapist. Now let's go lick some ass.
The expression is kick some ass. Blitz.
Mine's better.
upside down cross reference to it was made during the Inquisition when they, like, after the knights who opposed the idea turned to demonology, they turned the cross around to represent Satan. It was nothing more than like a scare tactic. But yeah, definitely a pretty cool reference. So the M's can bleed, but they bleed, as you saw it there. I'm gonna go back. Black blood. Demons are often presented to bleed in black because it is that their blood can be transfused into people and like take them over and stuff. So, but this is a good reference. The kids are acting like demons. That's pretty. That's pretty funny. What they're going for, like the Exorcist, the twins. Okay. Cosmos. Little Dipper planet. Male owl. They're treating as if homosexuality is normalized because it's hell. Here, it's a lot. I have kids. Let me put this in a way. I have kids in my group that struggle with coming to terms that they're gay, and I'm not going to say that they're wrong. I'm not going to change how they are. I don't plan to, but I do help them come to terms with who they are and accepting how they are. But at the same time, they make it look easy to deal with that because of what's going on here. But it's quite rough on a lot of people. It's a little insensitive how he can just swap to being gay. I hope they clean this up a little bit. But yeah, they're normalizing it because it's hell. But it's rough on a lot of people. Also, owls are commonly used to show demon owls. I wish I could pull up an example, but are often used to show homosexuality throughout times because it shows that they're feminine and they were taken. Um, Obviously, these are uncanon texts; these aren't biblical texts. But usually, with younger boys, the demon owls would take them and you know what I'm going to try to say. I don't want to get this video, but yeah, I do condone that this is a good representation of what's going on. They're also known to be uptight, I guess. Best way to say that.
Sound fair, my vision? Fine, whatever. Oh, it's. I'm so excited. I cannot wait to feel your slimy cup inside of my.
So here, look at that. Come drag me and my kin to hell. Not tonight, Satan. Gonna send y'all back where you came from. Really?
Immune to fire, right? That's where they're going with this. Imps are immune to fire.
Yeah, that's not exactly how it works, lady. Sorry, your fire doesn't really hurt us, but I mean, I can fake it if that'll get you big hard. That would be more effective. You're not getting your goddamn paycheck for this one, hon. Oh yeah, thanks. I'm fine.
I'm sorry, sir. I compromised our objective and put us in harm's way. It won't happen again. I promise.
Apology accepted. Alrighty, job well done.
Probably because he's Wrath. Right, these are all Wrath, so of course revenge is on their template. And I hope that I do see that more often. Like, them going after revenge. Let's look at these symbols. Illuminati eyes. I want to say this one is a. This one, these are. I don't know, but these ones are usually. They do it in magic. They're often seen at like sacrifices, ceremonies. They're obviously carved into stone. If I shown right, I don't think they actually look exactly like this. These are like once again made up, but I get what they're going for here.
Now let's get on.
I need to get something I left in the house.
Okay, fine, let's hurry up. Luna, ready to come home, dear?
I should. You people are monsters.
That is pretty neat. Okay, so he does have morals. I like that. It's not realistic, but I like that. I don't think it would be realistic, but uh, it's definitely something that I feel like they could bounce off the boss with.
There he is, having a wake-off session, Moxie.
Excuse me?
Look, I don't care if you come from the living room. Just come to your job on time, all right? See you in the office.
You do know how to speak. Better now. I think I just need 2 lessons. Okay. Good home. Just fuzzy.
I do like that there's a relationship, but can they feel love? Yeah. Yeah, demons can feel love. The succubus are described. Well, that's a succubus. Imps are not described. Usually they're described as vicious murderers, like vicious tear through everything. Incubi, which is a form of imp, can feel love. I guess. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's believable. Love's usually supposed to be the opposite of demonology, but like, because love is God, He is everything that love contains. So what I'm gonna say is, like, is it unrealistic? Probably. Is it possible? Yes. There is describes where demons have felt love before. Kill bitch.
Well, here's to another mission accomplished.
Okay.
Finally learned not to fuck up.
And killing people.
Armed.
Even try to kill you back.
That's messed up. But I paid for it.
Yeah, fuck that landlord.
Okay. Yeah. Pretty good. Them going to Earth to kill bad people. Great premise of a show, because as far as I know, based on like events of exorcisms and people being take over, they can only take over like people that like are truly heinous. That's why exorcisms are usually priests that are one with God and holy water and have full belief and faith. Where them going up and killing like bad people would make sense, because that's like their domain. Sure. Great premise. Show. I hope you learned something. And I do look forward. I believe there's like 18 of these, and then 8 has-beens. So yeah, please keep looking forward to these. I will continue watching them. If you're, I'm glad I was going to do this for the kids, so to see, because I know they will watch these to, learn something. I know a few of them, so I want to thank that. But for those who are, watching it on YouTube to just learn something or see my reactions, I greatly appreciate it. And, yeah. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you for episode 2 next time. I can't watch too many of these at once. I like the show, but definitely a one at a time type of thing.